Hi, this is Shupriyo. So the SBI J 2021 examination, I have seen so many conjectures about the date of the examination, and many people are making predictions, but nobody is actually using data. So in this video, what I want to do, I want to actually pick apart the data that we currently have, and based on that data, I want to make some kind of predictions, or at least some kind of conjectures as to when the examination might happen. Now, I don't want to make any kind of forecast because it's very difficult to say exactly when the examination is going to happen, but we should look at the data and we should be prepared. That is always a very sensible thing to do. So the first thing that I want to show you is that I actually made a poll, and strangely enough, this poll was actually it actually turned out to be not that effective, because just after this poll was made, SBI actually announced that in June we are not going to have the SBI J preliminary examination, or at least they have not said that in June it's not going to happen. They have just said that it is deferred. So they have deferred it, but remember, they have never said that it cannot happen in June. So even now, it is possible that if the cases decrease, if things go back to normal, then it might still be possible that we might see the examination in June, though it is quite unlikely at this stage. But still, let's see the data, and then let's decide. So most of you at that point of time thought it was in June, then July and August. So August will be, I think, too late. SBI would not want to wait for so long, because in August we have many other examinations as well. So July is a target for them probably, and as per the internal sources, we do not have any concrete news. We do not have anything that is concrete, and we cannot really rely on them. So let us just see the data first. So if you see the data, actually remember that the experts had predicted that in by 15th May we are going to have the peak of the cases, right? So that was one of the predictions by some of the IITs and some of the researchers. But what actually happened was on 6th May, or at least 7th May, 6th or 7th May, I think 6th May, we had the peak of our cases. So it was, I think, 4.14 lakh per day, or something around that range. So 6th May, if we had the peak, it was actually told that by 6th July, or at least by 6 to 7 July, we might expect to go back to our normal range. So now the normal range, of course, it's not really that normal these days, because see, at the latest figure, it's hovering around 1,30,000. So 1,32,000 the previous day, and this is the latest figure. But if you want to actually go back to somewhat of a normal thing, so it would be around 60k to 80k. So 60,000 to 80,000. I think if we reach around this range, then examinations, the committees and everybody is still, they are actually going to be able to think of taking the examination. So we have to get to this range somehow, and that is the target right now. And so this is, I wanted to show you this graph to actually make you understand that we are actually going down quite a lot. So in the last 2 weeks, things have improved quite a lot. And if you see the graph, I have picked out another graph for you. So this is the graph that I made, comparing it with the United States. Now this is quite interesting to note over here. See, in India, this is the second wave of the Indian trajectory. Okay, this is our second wave. And for the United States, so they already had their third wave as well. So their second wave, it was last year around June, July. So around June, July 2020, they had their second wave. So see, the interesting thing over here, the first thing that should be very apparent for you is that see their third wave. So this is the third wave, right? And the third wave, it hit around 4 to 5 months from their second wave. So it's quite possible that around September to October 2021 in India, we are going to see the third wave of COVID that's going to hit. And this is something that we cannot really prevent, because no matter how much lockdowns and no matter how much we control it, the third wave is inevitable. So the vaccinations, if we can improve, then it might be reduced a little bit. But going by the current trajectory, I think that vaccines are not available that much. So I do not really expect any good news regarding the third wave. Now, another thing that you can note over here is that for the US cases, around June, July, they had peaked. in the second wave, and then it took about 2 months. So for them, it took about 2 months to go back to somewhat of a normal range. So you can see the graph. So over here, they have actually gone back to the normal range, and then again the third wave hit over here, and they actually had a lot of spike of cases. So that happened. But see, in India you will see that we have had a much steeper decline. Now why is this? This is because of the many lockdowns that we have in all of our states. In US we did not see those kinds of strict lockdowns after the second wave, but in India we have many strict lockdowns. So for example, in West Bengal, I think 15 June till 15 June they have declared that the lockdown is going to be in place, and also in Maharashtra I think it is till 15 June, and places like Karnataka, so they have it till 7 June I think right now. So mostly like mid-June till mid-June we have our strict lockdowns in place, and that is definitely helping us to actually make the graph much more steep in the declining phase. So you see that we might be able to reach, so by the end of June it is quite expected by most of the experts that we are going to reach almost at the 50k to 80k range, so 50,000 to 80,000 cases per day. So that's the kind of thing that we are predicting right now, and then the examination boards and everybody can think about taking an examination by middle of July. That's the tentative date that we are going to see most of the things coming back to normal. And so I expect that maybe in the first week of July or in the second week of July we might be having the SBI JA preliminary examination. Now this is my best guess based on the data whatever I saw, but remember that the third wave, it is going to hit, it is not going to spare us. So we have to try and get vaccinated if possible, if we can get the vaccine by then, but if we don't, then we are going to have to worry a lot for the third wave. Now, of course, because we are actually getting a delay, so we are going to see a lot of stacked exams in the month of August. So in August, we already know that RRB PO and clerk, so RRB exams, they are actually the prelims of these exams, they are scheduled, and then we also have the IBPS clerk, right? So IBPS clerk prelims, that's going to be there. Then we are going to have the RRB PO and clerk, and since the best guess is that July we are going to have the SBI JA, right? So if July we are going to have it, then August we are going to have the mains examination. So what's going to happen is that the SBI JA mains, it's going to conflict with these two examinations. So this is quite something that you have to be prepared for. So there might come a time when it might be that on 1 week you are going to be giving the prelim examination, the next week you're going to give the mains examination, and it can be even days apart. So you have to be mentally ready. So I want you to be mentally ready about this kind of an eventuality. And for the GA preparation, some people were asking me the month, and for this, from February just start it. Okay, so don't read January. January is not required anymore. So from February just start it, so you will be on the safe side. So even if the examination is a little bit more delayed, you are still going to be able to cover most of the things. And if the examination is very delayed, then you can neglect February, but don't worry about that. Start from February, and I think that it's going to be much useful for you, because you are going to be covering most of the things. And don't take GA lightly, because this time it's going to play an even more important role. And then the next thing that I want to tell you is that since the delay has happened, many people have been thrown off their preparation. So do not be like those people. Keep your mains preparation very sharp. So do all the DIs, the data interpretations, then do all the puzzles, whatever kinds of puzzles you can find and difficult, like CR questions, the logical reasoning questions. So keep your reasoning, sharp, and also do the reading comprehension. So these are the 3 types of things that you should be doing, and of course the arithmetic questions if you can find some of them. So if you can keep your mains preparation very good during this time when you are a little bit more uncertain, then once you get the dates, you can just switch over back to the prelims. So once you get the date of the SBI JA examination, switch over to the prelims. Till then, just go ahead and do your mains mocks. So I have already told you the mains mocks. So at least one day you have to give a gap, and do it every alternate day if you can, or even you can give 2 days gap. So one day you are giving the mains mock, and then 2 days you are having a gap. Then again again on the third day you are giving a mains mock. So like this if you do, then you are getting much more time to actually check your answers, to actually find out the kinds of ways by which you can solve the problems, and this is going to be very very useful for your examination. And of course, like I told you, the third wave, it is definitely going to come. And I was actually listening to Dr. Gagandeep Kang, and she said that many people are saying September, October, but it's not really sure that we can get it during that month. So be very prepared about the third wave. It is going to be much worse than the second wave, and you have to be prepared. Like, if possible, get vaccinated, but if it is not possible, take all the precautions. And whenever you go to the examinations, don't take it lightly, because it's going to be something that we have to live with. And as I showed you in the graph, it's going to be much more deadly. So let's be very prepared, even though I'm not sure if the government is going to be prepared, but we can be prepared. So the final thing I want to say is that stay sharp. Now it's very difficult actually to stay sharp during this time, because I understand everything is so uncertain, isn't it? So we don't know when the examination is going to happen, and how many examinations are going to be conflicted. So I think, like, in August we have the mains of different examinations, and even September and October we have the mains of different examinations, and all of these things are going to be impacted maybe if we have the third wave. So it's very difficult right now to keep your focus on, but try and keep calm, and keep your mains preparation especially sharp, because this year many people, they are going to join into the competition because of the delays, and they are going to focus a lot on the prelims, but they don't know that mains is the most important thing that can make or break your selection. So keep your mains preparation very high and just stay positive. That is all we can do. Everybody, all of us are going through very hard times, like even me and my family, and I'm sure your family is not really in a great state at this point of time, but we have to stay focused, we have to stay positive, and we have to keep hoping that things can turn out for the better. So don't lose hope. Exams are definitely going to happen. 2021 is a very important year for all the bank exams, as I have already told you. So please keep your preparation very high, and I am sure that you are going to succeed. Believe in yourself, and I'm sure that you are going to see your name in the final list this year. I hope that you learned something from this video and that it was beneficial to you. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button and share it with your friends. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, please click on the subscribe button, and do not forget to click the bell icon so that you, my friend, do not miss any future update. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.